Okay, good evening, everyone. We'll get started. We'll call to order the April 2nd meeting of the Wilton Town Board, and we will begin with the pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Sue, roll call.
Supervisor Johnson,
Here.
Deputy Supervisor Stryker,
Here.
Councilwoman Clefetar, here. Councilman Lamb,
Here.
Councilman McEachran.
Here.
Okay, we have minutes pending from our March meeting. Is there any request for changes or amendments to the minutes? Hearing none, I would ask for a motion to approve the minutes from our March meeting.
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? First item is public comment. I think we have one person. Or you got? We had one person. but maybe one. Oh, still in there. Connie? Connie Towers? If you would come up here, please. One wants to hear you very clearly.
I'm here for a good reason.
You bring tickets?
Yes, I did.
Our girl.
Connie, is the green light on that mic?
I'm Connie Towers. I'm Vice President of Wilton Food Pantry, and I'm just here to make an announcement. We're having our 4th annual Empty Bowls event a week from this Sunday, April 12th, at the Saratoga Wilton Elks Lodge. And it's just a great community event. Everyone comes together. Local businesses donate auction items, and we have a simple bowl of a simple meal of chili and soup and bread, and there's music. And tickets are only $15 and $20 in advance. And that allows you to purchase a handcrafted bowl that the Skidmore artisans make. And all the soup and chili is made by Skidmore Dining. It's just a great time. If you haven't been, you get a chance to kind of meet everyone, get out of the cabin fever, and there's still sponsorships available, and they even start at a minimum of $250. I have tickets on me if you want to get any advance tickets after the meeting. And if you're interested in auction or sponsorships, you can get through to me or just hit www.wiltonfoodpantry.org. So thanks, and I hope we can see you there April 12th at the Elks. They've been very, very good to us. They've given us the venue for no charge for 4 years in a row, and they really are really, really wonderful.
The time?
1 to 4, good idea. 1 to 4, we'll be setting up early, but 1 to 4, and you know, just have fun. Come out, it's a great cause. We served almost 29,000 meals, the equivalent of 29,000 meals last year to just town of Wilton residents. So, just so you know, 305 families. Thank you.
Connie, thank you. And
Thanks for a great job, Connie.
Entire group and volunteers, you do a great job. And I know this is your major fundraiser.
Yes, it
And
is.
it's always a great event, so I encourage everybody to come out and participate. And I know the silent auction, there's always a lot of good items to bid on there that people have very graciously donated. So I thank you and your group.
I forgot one thing.
Who's spicing the chili this year?
We spiced some chili, we're going to go a little lighter on it. But we also have, I wanted to tell you, Ray O'Connor, he has been working on a book for 3 years, researching it, and it's due to come out in May. And he's offered to do a little presentation, and he's going to auction off a hardcover edition, even before it's out in stores, bookstores at Yorkshire. And we're doing Skeet in the Bowl for an extra $1. We're gonna have Sunday's Best. So if you got a sweet tooth, they'll be there also handing out ice cream and hot fudge for an extra $1. Thank you.
Thank you, Connie. We'll move on to Camp Saratoga, the Delegate Pond. Every year, the town funds stocking the pond at the Camp Saratoga with the trout. And there are certain rules that we've been adopting over the years. I think the rules, we have to have them before you, and we just need to re-adopt that.
Sorry.
At the beginning, I don't know when, I haven't got a date when they're going to be stocking yet, but it's probably going to be a little bit later since all this cold weather. So, we'll probably put it out there on the website, when it'll be available. But the resolution is just to adopt the regulations involving the age and when kids can do it, when adults can do it, all that kind of stuff. We need a motion to adopt the fishing program.
I'll put forth a motion to adopt the fishing program.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Next, peddling and soliciting license.
He didn't submit really anything, it's just deregulated the power that they want to sell door to door.
So we don't have an actual application?
And then just, he's sending he did it.
Maybe you can say something about that.
It's, the deregulated power industry permits consumers to select electricity providers on the basis of who has the best rate. And AMP is looking to solicit door-to-door, offering alternative power sources.
We've had others do this. So he actually has filed a formal
Yes.
application, we just don't have it.
Yes.
We need the license for it. I think we've permitted this in the past. I don't know how successful we are, but
And this is for 28 days.
28 days. So that's the application for the peddler's license. It requires town board approval to issue the license.
Make a motion to approve
Second. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on it? Questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Road dedication, Pine Brook Landing, Rose Terrace. I think we did approve it, but I think we need an amendment to that. Is that Mark, you want to talk to that?
Sure. Basically, what we're suggesting is an amendment to the prior resolution which accepted the road. After it was contingent on a review, upon our review, we found that the proposed acceptance, or the proposed dedication, I should say, also includes three stormwater management areas. We checked with town engineer, who confirmed that that is what was proposed. The applicant has paid the appropriate fee for the town to own and manage those areas. So we're just suggesting an amendment to that resolution to indicate that the town is also accepting not only the road, but also the three stormwater management areas as well.
Okay. So would someone like to move to amend resolution 75, which we approved last month on the road dedication?
Yeah, I'll do that. Make a motion to amend the accepted dedication that we did at the last meeting to include 3 stormwater management areas in that subdivision.
Thank you. Trustee Crowe? Second. Motion and a second. Questions, discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? So moved. Rockaway and Jeremy has resigned from the zoning board of appeals. He's moving out of state. So,
I make a motion to accept it.
a second. A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. We do have a couple appointments. Actually, one is Debbie Zellen is to be reappointed, is looking to be reappointed to the Historic Preservation Board.
I'll make a motion to accept Debbie Bellman.
The term would be April 2nd of 2015 to December 30, 2019.
Make a motion.
Motion made by Councilman Lance.
Second.
Second, Dave. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. And secondly, we're talking, since Rocco and Jeremy resigned, currently Gerald Zavala is the first alternate. The practice has been to move up those folks as they serve as alternates. So looking to appoint Gerald Zavala as become a regular full member of the zoning board.
Make a motion to appoint Gerard Zabala.
Second it.
Motion a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? So moved. Item 10, Gavin Park Camp immunization policy, and I'll turn that over to Councilman Stryker to talk about that.
Well, excuse me. With all the recent outbreaks in the last few years with vaccination, preventable diseases like measles, mumps, whooping cough, the town is recommending that we put together a policy that requires all campers and camp staff to have updated immunization records to the town. And our town physician would be reviewing them, and if their people aren't up to date, basically he'd write a letter to the families recommending that they get up to date with immunizations. So we're looking to have a policy stating that people will be up to date on their things. If there's an outbreak, we will do what's necessary to send campers that aren't fully vaccinated home, and any staff that aren't vaccinated home.
Just during the outbreak.
Just during the outbreak period.
Yeah. We sent the, Steve and Nancy Riley have been working on putting together the policy.
With Steve Cordo and Tracy.
And yes, Tracy and Steve have also worked on it. We sent it to our council to review, and he was okay with it as drafted. And and it was sent out to the board members a little bit late, but it's important that we look at this tonight because registration is already ongoing. So we need to get back to those who've already registered, and then we require or ask for the immunization records for the future applicants through June. So,
Okay.
What happens, I know there's a bunch of parents out there that are denying their children vaccinations because they believe or don't believe in them. What will happen if the parents that have their kids enrolled in the park are one of those parents?
That's a good question.
Well, there's a form that they're going to have to fill out stating if it's a contraindicated medical reason, then they have
An exemption or whatever?
Exemption.
Okay.
if it's contraindicated due to a personal belief, they have to sign a refusal to vaccinate form. And basically, the Department of Health recommends vaccinations, but they don't require them. And we're under the guidance and license of the Department of Health.
So if it comes down to where people aren't going to get the vaccination, then there's not going to be any, like, they're not going to be kicked out of the program, whatever,
Well,
it's
that's
just
what I'm
going to be
saying.
reported?
If there is an outbreak, they have to leave, and they won't.
Oh, okay.
And
Just during the outbreak.
Oh, okay.
yeah, they're not going to be refused admittance.
Right, okay, that's what I was...
If there's an outbreak,
Don't when you go to college, you have to have, I remember having to get all that stuff done for the kids.
So,
So,
but some schools have, some are private colleges that might
And they
not
don't
require the
require-
same, that might not have the same requirements. Same with some schools in the area.
it's really just for
Public
protection
schools
purposes of
require
the
it.
campers and
My kids are immune. If there's an outbreak at Gavin Park, even being immune, they're not going to be going, so.
so that's this way the policy is written. We're not going to refuse people, but if there's an outbreak and if we don't have the immunization, they're going to have to.
Okay.
And it would be the same for staff.
Right, okay.
Yes.
so you're saying that
this town cannot require them to get immunized. We can't do that. They're allowed to come in, children who are not immunized, and then they can spread it. And it's going to be spread
can't
before
spread.
you even know.
Well, the children that are already vaccinated won't be at risk,
No, not that you, but
but
the other kids will be, and don't forget, there are kids who may be in the program who cannot be vaccinated for health reasons, and it's already going to be spread to them because you don't, it's already spread before you
I
know
understand.
about it.
If it was personally just up to me, I think everybody should vaccinate, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's,
But we're not allowed to do
everybody
that.
has a different opinion. But Department of Health doesn't require it. They highly recommend it, they encourage it, but we're
And
licensed by
so
the
therefore,
Department
the
of Health.
town could not require it.
Right, we're just following Department of Health suggestions and regulations, and hopefully everybody will comply.
Try and make it a bit safer.
Yeah. Tracy, did I get everything?
You did very nice.
Is there any other questions from the board members? If not, I'd like to get the policies that were sent out to you approved tonight if we could. So, if there's no other questions and everybody's okay with it, then take a motion to approve.
One of the registration has already started, so how's that gonna affect?
Yeah, I asked Mark about this, and I think we will just send letters out to those who are already registered and ask for the immunization records.
It's already required, the immunization records. Right now when they sign up.
Yeah, but I mean, those who have already signed, have already.
The only thing difference is if they weren't, this is a little bit different, that they're reviewed by the physician and that they're not fully up to date and they won't be a letter of recommending vaccination. There's really no major change to what we're doing policy, so.
Yeah, I think the question was for those who are already registered. So we'll go back to them and ask for their immunization records.
Everyone registered has shot records turned in.
Okay. Oh. Well, that's good.
Yeah, there you go. We've always been doing such a policy, but it wasn't, I guess you would say, strictly enforced. We're just trying to make
That's
it
good, so we don't, there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, we want to be safe, we want to be right on top of things. If there is, we want to be able to, check which people don't have full vaccinations and deal and get them out right away.
Good, thank you. Okay, so is there a motion to formally adopt the immunization policy that is out there?
Make a motion to adopt it.
I'll second.
There's a motion and a second. Any further questions? Okay, all in favor?
All right.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you. Last few months, we've been talking about solar power update and putting solar panels, the town going solar. Jeff, in particular, has really been doing a lot of research and work on this, and also Brian as well. So Jeff is taking the lead on this, and so I think we have another much further update on where we need to go with this. So Jeff, you want to update the board?
Sure. I reported on the solar project last month. The Public Service Commission has again loosened up some of the regulations, and they're allowing vendors to go in after some old grandfather credits that have not been used up yet. All applicants have until May 1st to apply for these credits, okay? So with that, I went back and I reached back to a vendor that we had been dealing with back in October, Solar City, and I asked her to put me together some new numbers, okay, seeing that we can go after these grandfather credits. She did submit me some numbers now, and I sent the town board an email because it's very confusing, because they use two different numbers that are assumptions, okay? The grid escalator, which is the amount that they estimate the cost of electricity is going to go up over 20 years, okay? The higher the number, the better you're going to get in your savings, okay? The other number is your remote net metering, and that is the credit that you're going to receive from the solar project. So after looking at those two numbers, actually Ryan was in my office yesterday, and he said, Jeff, what it really comes down to is the PPA, okay? The PPA is the cost that we would pay the solar vendor for putting in the project. And the PPA that I got from Solar City is .088, okay, which is 34% less than the previous vendor I was dealing with. Okay, I'm gonna throw some numbers at you, but they're really not apples to apples. Solar City, if the grid escalation is at 2%, okay, and remote net metering is fixed at 0.136%, potentially we can save over $800,000. Now, if electricity only goes up 1%, then our savings are about $651,000. Okay, still more than what I reported on last month with the previous vendor, and his grid escalator was at 2.5%. So he was projecting the rates to go up higher. I don't have a crystal ball. I have no idea where the electricity rates are going in the future. But I'm just giving you guys the facts.
If they stayed the same, what would it say?
If they stayed the same, you know, probably I'm going to say they're still around $300,000-$400,000. If they stayed constant over the 20-year.
20 years, right?
Yeah.
So history is showing states.
Yeah.
History shows it's about a 1% increase. So, you know, the credits are out there. The governor's pushing this. It's not going to cost the town anything to do it. I just, you know, I met the Solar City engineer out there yesterday morning, and he said, yeah, the site looks pretty good. He goes, we can probably get close to the 450 kilowatt project that we're talking about. It's just, I need direction from the town board, whether or not you guys want to move forward with this project or not.
Moving forward, Jeff, this requires an application fee at this point, $375.
Yeah, the application fee is $350. There will be some minor engineering cost if we decide to pull out. So, you know, the deadline, the most important deadline is May 1st. If you guys decide to go ahead and we submit the application through Solar City, we're allowed to go through Mega. And by doing so, Mega has already gone through the whole bidding process, so our procurement policy will be met.
Could you just explain what Mega is? A lot of people may not know what Mega is.
Mega is a little confusing. Mega is a big conglomerate that has partnered up in New York State. And they have done all the bidding requirements for us. So municipalities can go to Mega and say, we want to do a project. Mega has partnered up with Solar City. So we go to Mega, Mega says, okay, Solar City, you know, we're going to use you, and we're going to go through Mega, and then it's like sort of using the OGS to buy a truck off the state contract. Basically the same thing.
Yeah, and now, Mega is, I know they work through the or the State Association of Counties, and they offer discounted or potentially discounted utility services.
Yeah, a lot of counties belong to it, and local municipalities and cities.
You know, locally, I think Synergy deals with Mega and is also associated with partnered with Solar City. Some of this know Gordon Boyd, the local guy that's his company, and he deals with Mega and also with partnering with Solar City. So I think it's a good relationship.
Solar City, I guess, they have a project down in Half Moon, and I know they started one in Monroe, but I'm not sure where that project is. And I think they have done a couple in this Kiuna. So, I mean, if the town board decides to move forward with this, I can call those localities and, you know, see how the relationship happens.
I think we should at least, because of the deadline, at least, you know, get the application and moving, and, you know, if it's something you want to change your minds on, we've lost $350, basically, but I think we ought to move on it, and I think it's a great site, and the engineering wise, it fits there, it makes sense.
The project will be at the old town dump.
Yeah, the landfill, but across the street,
I make a motion to move forward with this.
Yes.
A second.
Maybe a motion and a second. Any more questions of Jeff? Okay, all in
Thanks for
favor?
all your time, Jeff.
Yeah, that was a good.
Ryan's helping.
To Ryan.
Yes?
You were right.
Hard work?
He had to put the numbers to me.
All right, so we, the motion is second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Again, thanks, Jeff and Mike. Committee reports.
A few months ago, I brought about Gavin Park, the summer camp, children with disabilities and autism. And I thought there was a lot of families that send their kids because the feeling is they aren't trained or educated. I finally got some feedback. We have at least 5 families right now. And I'm a big believer no kid should be left out of this. Should all enjoy their youth. And I've got 3 people lined up that are educated and have training. I'd like to go over and talk to Mr. Porto, and I would still like to have the board support to keep moving ahead with this. I don't think it's something that we can do this summer, but we're going to have to spend a little money, appropriate more money for Gavin Park. They've hired 7 weeks trained people. I would like to still have the support of the board to keep moving this ahead.
Yeah, I certainly support that, and I think, our right now, I mean, the camp tries to be all inclusive as it can. Obviously, there are some special needs children that may not be able to be accommodated without a aid at this time. I think a perfect example that came up is a kid with cerebral palsy, and he's come to the camp, he has an aid, and he goes on field trips, and he's comfortable with the aid, and he's able to do and participate, and he's really enjoyed being part of the camp. So I think we should still continue, down that road, and whatever we can do to even make it more inclusive, I'm all for it.
Thank you.
Any other committee reports?
Just let people know that summer camp for Wilton residents only is still going on until April 27th. How many people do we have, Tracy, so far signed up?
Like 50%.
50%, 280 spots, so.
Okay, just periodically, I have in the past always had the town board go to the Wilton Mall to kind of bring town mall, I call it town hall to the mall. We'll be doing that on April 25th.
You buying breakfast?
We'll do lunch, it was 12 to 3.
Is it Saturday or?
It's a Saturday. I'm going to actually feature recreation. Tracy, you probably don't know this yet.
I guess we're there, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to have, because it's going to be springtime, I'm going to feature Wilton Recreation. I'm also going to have Wilton Wildlife Reserve and Park. There is our other passive recreation arm of the town. And we'll have a table with information as to what services are available in the town. A lot of people, they may go to our website, and we have some very dedicated folks that come here to our town board meetings, but there's a lot of traffic that goes through the mall, and they don't really know too much what we do. So we're trying to get out there and outreach, and so we'll be available. So that's going to take place at the mall, and we'll be in either the food court area or right in the center there around a very visible area, and so that'll be from 12 to 3 on April 25th.
I'd like to get a needs assessment on equipment and buildings in the town.
Yeah, it was last year or maybe 2 years ago, I started a capital projects committee or a capital project with all the department heads got together and put together, not that long ago, it's only 3 years. So I think maybe to John's suggestion, we should revisit that. You don't want to.
Needs assessment.
Huh?
Needs assessment.
Yeah, and
Equipment.
you don't want to, you want to be more proactive and not reactive, and kind of plan for, when your roof next door on the court building and things like that, that you can put money
These
in
are
the
like equipment, building,
Yeah. And we did do that, but it's at least a year ago, I don't know.
Before Ryan, but he doesn't remember.
Well, I think some of the things we actually did.
Yeah.
You know, I think the roof on here was one of them.
You're talking buildings, not
Talking about trucks and
Wait a
equipment.
minute, trucks, vehicles, I think, you know,
Vehicles.
what stuff's getting used and what stuff's
Yeah, I
sitting
think,
outside.
You know, maybe we don't have enough trucks, but maybe we got too many.
Yeah.
I think Kirk does have a long-range planning and replacement, but,
Board has it.
Not just Kurt, probably,
oh, yeah, no, and it's something we should,
We got a place where we can get hours and miles off of the equipment and vehicles and see if they're being moved and moved.
Yeah, that is all being recorded with the gas machine, right, Kirk?
What?
The gas tanks, are all the mileage recorded on that, and they come out on the monthly reports for all the vehicles.
Miles or hours. Miles or hours. Machinery has operating hours on it instead of mileage.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, so we have all that.
Good. Hope we get a, updated copy, so I can compare it.
I get a report on that every month.
I got one a year ago and I'd just like to compare it with last year's results, to see what's getting used and what's not.
So you already have one from a year ago?
Yeah, I got.
Okay,
I got
so then you can take that one and compare it to what the new one gave you.
See what's getting used and what's not.
I believe we put together a capital reserve account so that as things come up, you don't spend as you need, you've got the money set aside. You got an emergency now. Okay, if there's no other committee reports, we'll move to the,
I'd just like to have an update for the board and the public regarding the comprehensive plan.
oh yeah, that's,
We got tentatively set a committee public hearing for May 12th at 7 p.m. It's a Tuesday. It's not set in stone yet. We need to speak to Mark Schachter regarding process procedure, but we're hoping to have a final draft of the comprehensive plan mid to late April on the website and some hard copies available here at Town Hall.
so about a month of time for the public to look at it.
Correct. Also, the town board will have a public hearing again as well.
let's move along. Thank you. Jeff, controllers report?
Okay, our items that require town board approval are the 2015 budget amendments. Are there any questions?
Then number 3, truck route, Gavin Park. John King come to the garage today, he's maintenance supervisor. These are state quotes. Price on a Chevy with a few options. $38,000. And he had a Ford 250. The base price of $23,789. Few options, which I think they should have, like one like a backup alarm for safety. And some options like 60-100, which bring a total to 29,878. I'd like to see that change to 30,000.
Can't do it.
Why can't you?
The one under state contract, which is for $23,789, okay? This contract has expired, okay? The only way to purchase off the New York State contract is if they have any trucks remaining left on the lot. Okay, so I called Henderson, who is the dealer that deals with the state contract for this truck. They have one coming in, actually they have a couple coming in, one is blue, one is white. And one's a crew cab, this one's a regular cab, okay? This will be coming in a few weeks. So if we want it, we have to act quick on it. All the options are already preset. It's already been to the factory, they're building it. So we can't add anything else to the one under the state contract.
The one in the building, if you got a
This
list
is
of
the
the
same thing with
options?
the building is. Same exact thing. What we just bought for the building department. It's an F-250 D8. John said he's already got the plow. He's got a sander.
Yeah.
Does that back up?
And I asked Mark today, so this is the exact same truck we just bought for the building site. Got the backup alarm on it, you know,
Okay, that's,
so it is $24,000. Now, the one he quoted you for $38,000, that's not under state contract. And that's a diesel.
Yeah, we did.
And I
Oh,
think it
I
also,
didn't-
I think it also includes plow too, which we already have.
Well, no,
No,
that's
the plow
the
package,
plow
plow
package.
package is $1,700.
Yeah.
No problem.
Well, that's brackets and lighting.
Okay.
That's using your own plow. If it came with a plow for 1,700, that's you.
But that's a diesel. They already have a
Yeah, we don't want-
5,500
I think
diesel
we
down
agreed
there.
we
Right,
wanted
right, they don't
this.
need these, we
Yeah.
don't agree that they didn't need it.
So, you know, this is, for money, you're probably not gonna need this. The only other option is to go out and do a mini bid, which Brian is in the process of doing right now.
No, that's good.
And this is gonna be, they're gonna be able to have it in a couple of weeks. The other one's not even operable right now.
Yeah.
Can I send that list when you're after me?
Yeah.
Would you make a couple copies?
I can't have one for that.
I mean, this one was 23,789. I just bumped it up to 25,000 because I think there's a delivery charge that's gonna be included for 750, depending on the region. And, you know, probably always something.
V8 gas engine,
Like I said, yeah.
Yeah, it's a VA.
5.4?
5.4.
6.2 liter V8 SOHC, 385 horsepower.
Power windows?
Yes.
Sounds like.
6.2, sounds like it's diesel. Is it a diesel?
No.
No, it's gas. They got that big one, they bought
It's
them
the
for
same,
8,000.
it's the same one we just bought from Mark. So, I'll give you a copy of that.
Gas engine.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we accept 1, 2, and 3.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, the motion and a second. Any further discussion, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved.
Okay, next one are personnel items. The first one, Dale Kenyon, that resigns from his position of building maintenance worker. Town board should accept his resignation as of January 30th, 2015.
Make a motion, accept it.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved.
Okay, Mark Mikens has requested that the town board ratify the decision to hire Roy Vanderbogart as of March 31st as a full-time building and ground maintenance worker, starting at $14.78 per hour, with benefits at 40 hours per week.
Make a motion, accept it.
Second.
Is this to replace Kenyon? One of them.
This is the new position the town board put in this year.
That's when we approved it. Okay.
Right.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? So moved.
Okay, next, Mike Hughes again is requesting the town board hire Jason Strong as of April 8, 2015 as a full-time building and grounds maintenance worker, starting at a rate of $13.92 an hour with benefits and working 35 hours.
Make a motion, we accept it.
Second it.
Motion and a second.
And they're both longtime Wilton residents.
They are, I'm told, it will residents, yes.
Good. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved.
Okay, Mark is requesting to get paid out for comp time that he has in the books. He's got a little over 40 hours. As most of you probably know, Mark very occasionally goes out at night to fire calls.
A lot.
Oh, yeah. And this is basically how he gets all his comp time. He's so busy during the week doing the inspections and everything that he doesn't get a chance to take his comp time. So legally, we have to pay him out for it.
I make a motion to grant it.
Okay,
Second.
a motion and a second. This is something we've done in the past.
Yes.
Probably about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, before.
It's not something we're doing out of the policy.
No, and his vacation time is like near the max, so, you know, if he doesn't use his vacation, he's gonna lose it, so, you know.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the payout of comp time. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? So moved.
Okay, next one, the town board needs to create the position of Park and Recreation Office Specialist and appoint Kim Brock to this position at a rate of pay of $20.61 an hour, effective January 1st, 2015.
This is a result of what we decided to do, to go back to the civil service, and they evaluated her job description and duties and actually did a desk audit. This is this is what they came back with their recommendation.
Now, she come to the garage today, and that mattered to like 38 cents an hour raise. How'd they come up with that? Is that true?
What?
38 cents an hour?
That's what, they don't recommend the salary. What they did is recommend the title, and should have been a grade higher than, she was currently a senior counselor. So they recommended a grade increase, next grade up, but it has to be below the assistant park and recreation.
Now, she will be doing more work with that new title?
Well, she's doing exactly what she's doing now. She's just getting paid a little bit more.
Is there a test? Is there a test for that position?
No.
It wasn't?
No, there is no test. It won't affect her, and she can still apply, take any future account clerk or type that account clerk series exams as well. So we followed what we said we were going to do. Just put it through the county personnel department as a recommendation.
Make a motion for it.
Second?
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved.
Okay, next one, since we're going to create that new position, we need to update the 2015 salary step schedule, which I gave you a copy of your package. Just inserting that line, it's the line red.
What we did was, we added that step between where she previously was to one step above. So we need to amend or update the salary schedule to include that line item, or retitle it in line item. That's correct.
Fourth motion to update the 115 salary step scale.
Second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved.
And next time is just more informational. I completed the annual financial report, which gets reported to the state controller's office. It's been filed with the town clerk, and it's also on the town's website if anybody wants to see it. The last item that does require council approval is Chief Boyle requesting permission to dispose of 1998 Chevy pickup. And I guess there's a local auction going on that. See how they approval. Dispose of that.
Make a motion on the
I'll second.
Motion is second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? So moved. Okay, we do have an executive session that we need regarding personnel issue regarding the performance of a specific individual and potential discipline. So we will be going to executive session. Personnel matters are a matter of confidentiality, so when we do come out, there won't be any particular information to share with anybody that remains behind.
I'll put forth the motion to go into.
I got one thing there. Before y'all leave, I'd help with tickets for Connie, please.
Thanks, Jen.
Is there any other business anybody wants to bring up before we adjourn? Any other business? I take the motion to adjourn to executive session.
Well, you got it, keep going.
I need a second. Second by John. All in favor? Aye.